Today we're going to talk about how a coffee seed gets germinate. Germinate a coffee seed, it is a process that requires a lot of infrastructure and logistic that not too many producers are set up to do that. So they rather buy the coffee tree from the nursery home at the varietal that they want to. But today we're going to feature Fazenda Samambaia, Enrique Cambraia, the producer, and he's the president of Sun Coffee, who's a cooperativa which they produce over 200,000 pounds a year, and he's the vice president of Brazilian Specialty Coffee Association. I love to sit down with Enrique when I go to Brazil, when he comes to the US, and learn so much initiative about agriculture that he's implementing the future for the coffee. So let's start showing you how everything starts. The producer gets the seed, the best seeds from the previous harvest, and they wash, they peel, they pulp, they put in the fermentation tank, take them out, they wash, they put in a shade for about 10 days with a 30% humidity. They take them out, they wash, now they put in a fridge, which is going to be the temperature about 10 degrees Celsius or 50 Fahrenheit. They take them out. And let me go back here and explain. They pick up the seed in April, May. Now this process, it is going all the way to November, and they start putting the seed now on the ground in January, February to grow. Comes March, April is another month, couple months. They take the seeds out, the seedling, they put in a bag that you're gonna see on the screen. They put in a bag with the fertilizer, with pesticide, with a great soil to grow. So now we're talking about March, April, and goes all the way on the nursery cover shade with the mist, as you can see. So October, November, when the first couple rain starts, the rainfall, and the ground is getting ready and wet to be planted, they start 20 days prior to the tree to be planted. They uncover the nursery, and they allow 50% of sunlight comes in on the tree, because the tree needs to get used to the sunlight, which they're going to live for the next 25 and 30 years. And they start planting. So we're going to show to you Fabricio Andrade. Fabricio, it is the general manager for Fazenda Samambaia, and Fabricio, it is a PhD, has a PhD in agriculture, and he's one of the top authority in Brazil about agriculture, and they do so much initiative as well. And Fabricio is going to explain to you how the tree is planted in a nursery.
This is the final product of 6 months of hard work, starting with building all this facility to keep and grow and foster all the seeds we purchase from certified producers, to be sure that we have exactly the genotype we are aiming to. Fill up all these plastic bags with specific soil and some fertilizers. Put the seedlings, the seeds in each bag, around 1.2 million bags here in this nursery. And after 6 months, they are ready to go to its final destination, our Samambaia plantation. So 1, 2, 3 pair of entire leaves, fully mature, it's time to go to the final destination, the ground, where these seedlings will remain for, we hope, 20 years or more. This one is a yellow Catuai, very good variety. Here inside we have more than 15 varieties that we are going to be planting within 5th of December.
Fabrice is going to explain to you how to plant the tree. We had an opportunity to go to Fazenda Samambaia during when the planting was taking place. It was such a great experience because the tree now is going to be on the ground for the next 20, 25, 30 years.
Just to explain you how we plant, we put actually these seedlings 6 months old in the ground. Here's the machine. It's pulled forward by a tractor, and here there are one assistant standing right here, another one here, and the main operator here in the middle sitting in this seat. So he receives the seedlings and put them in this recipient, and the tractor moving forward, and this wheel turns forward, and this recipient make a roll in the ground, and when it's done, the machine release the seedling, and these two wheels here behind make a little pressure and make all the soil surrounding the seedling to be properly fitting the seedling. But of course the machine is not perfect, and we need at least 3 ladies very carefully making the final adjustment of the seedlings just behind the planting machine. Each planting machine, it's possible.
Fabrice is going to explain to you what happened with the tree after being planted.
Wrapping up with this drought resilience plan of action that we have developed and have been undertaking in real measures, we are able to do irrigation without water. We are saving a lot of water that is a very scarce resource in the world. And it's important to mention that we have established our mission, our long-term strategic plan, considering 2 very important challenges that the coffee industry can eventually face in the future. One is a huge shortage of coffee, at least specialty coffee, in the 30 years time. According to World Coffee Research, it's going to be approximately 50 million bags. So how can we do so? We can have and undertake real measures to overcome these challenges. Irrigation without water, using less agrochemicals, having a much better soil balance, using less resources. We use precision agriculture with machines connected to the GPS so we can be more precise spreading out the fertilizers, and we can increase the productivity using less resources. And of course there are many other measures and techniques you can use. And the second thing is growers and co-workers replacement. By this mission we have set to bring prosperity and pride to the community that work alongside us, we are able to have the young generations stick to the coffee production. So it's sustainability that we are talking about. Nowadays we have many young guys coming and approaching us, and of course ladies coming and approaching us in order to understand how to work and how can they be improving themselves to work in coffee, especially coffee, alongside us. And I go to these schools here in the city and I tell people, hey guy, in the past teacher used to say you that if you don't study hard, you are going to work in a farm. Nowadays, it's the other way around. I have been telling them, hey guy, if you don't study hard, you are not going to be working in a coffee farm, because we have much more interesting and nice cause. We have been providing better living and working conditions to our people. We have been applying way more sophisticated management system, using a lot of projects that the industries in the city don't use. So in general, specialty coffee has a huge transformative power in the community lives, in the people's lives. So there is one component that we cannot miss, I cannot forget to mention. To keep all this project standing up, we need to keep one of our very important values, which is close relationship with our customers, because we are in a relationship business, and without this our valued customers like Sambalatte coming to Origin every year to understand what we need, understanding what we are doing in order to communicate better these values to the final consumers, we will not be able to bring back and share more equitably the finance incentives and the pride to the people that work very hard here in the Origin. So thank you very much.
Trees like Fazenda Santa Lina, they have trees that has been there for over 30 years, over 100 years. Of course, the yielding of those trees, it is not the top performance, but it still produce great coffee. And Tuca, the producer, Tuca Diaz, she sells the coffee for somebody that really interested, I believe from Japan, they buy all her crop from the 100 years, because it makes an amazing coffee, unbelievable. I hope you learned something, because we want to bring to you all the knowledge about the product. More you appreciate what it means to drink a great cup of coffee. Sip, savor, and socialize. Thank you.